What's up, everybody? It's your boy DK Bones here with another review. But before I say that, I want to say Happy Memorial Day to everyone, and for us not to forget why we celebrate this day, for all the fallen military people that serve this country. With that being said, I figured to celebrate this day, if you that's what you call it, or remembrance this day. It's not a celebration; it's a remembrance of those who've fallen. This great movie, Platoon, which came out in 1986. It's an epic anti-war film written and directed by Oliver Stone, starring Tom Bergener, William Dafoe, Charlie Sheen, with supporting roles by Forrest Whitaker, Francisco Quinn, Jonathan C. McGillan, Richard Edison, Kevin Deal, it's a bunch of people, Keith David, Reggie Johnson, Johnny Depp, Mark Moses, Chris Peterson, and Tony Todd, which a few of these guys have passed on. Tony Todd was the Candyman, if you don't remember. It was the first film of a trilogy of Vietnam films directed by Stone, followed by Born on the 4th of July, which came out in 1989, and Heaven and Earth, which came out in 1993. The film, based on Stone's experience from the war, follows a new U.S. Army volunteer, Charlie Sheen, serving in South Vietnam, while his platoon sergeant and his squad sergeant, Berger and Dafoe, argue over the mortality in platoon in the war itself, which it depicted a way different view on war and how the U.S. fought war, because of it seemed like a bunch of undisciplined soldiers and people within the ranks. There was insubordination, drugs, all kinds of things going on. And I think one of the biggest problems was who was dictating the war back home. It was a big problem. Stone wrote the screenplay based on his experience as a U.S. infantryman in South Vietnam to counter the vision of the war portrayed in John Wayne's The Green Berets. Although he wrote scripts for films such as Midnight Express and Scarface, Stone struggled to get the film developed until Hemdale Film Corporation acquired the project along with Salvador. Filming took place in the Philippines in February 1986 and lasted 54 days. Platoon was the first Hollywood film to be written and directed by a veteran of the Vietnam War. Platoon was released by Orion Pictures on December 19th, 1986. Upon its release, Platoon received critical acclaim for Stone's directing, screenplay, cinematography, the battle sequences, and realism in the performances of Sheen, Dafoe, and Berger. The film was a box office success upon its release, grossing over $138 million domestically against a $6 million budget, becoming the third highest grossing domestic film of 1986. The film was nominated for 8 Academy Awards, winning 4 for Best Picture, Best Director for Stone, Best Sound, and Best Film Editing. Platoon is considered by many critics to be one of the greatest films ever made, particularly within the war genre. In 1998, the American Film Institute placed Platoon as number 83 in its AFI's 100 Years, 100 Movies poll. Everything I read I mean, there's nothing really bad to say about this movie. It was well written, well directed, actors. It made you feel like they were actually in a war. They played the roles to a T. I can say I've only seen this movie a few times because of the rapidness of it and the realism, but I have to say I have to watch this again to, I guess, really feel the enjoyment of it. I, I really don't have any words. This movie is a 8. No, it's like a 9, almost a 10 for me. Great movies, great actors, great director. It's too bad they don't make movies like this anymore, where you can feel the heart and pulse of the actors and the director on which way they were going. Anyways, again, remember it's a Memorial Day of all our vets. If you like what you hear, hit that like button, give me a comment, let me know what you think of my review and what you think of the movie if you've seen it. And I will see you guys next time. Stay blessed.